Okay. So this keeps happening. I don't know who listens to this. I don't know. I think it's people who know who I am. Because why else would you listen? Unless somebody like sent it to you. Sometimes it's like that. You're like, oh, I heard this thing. You should listen to it. But so I don't really know who's listening. And if you don't ever say anything, then I don't know that it's you. So anyway, what keeps happening is like I'll run into someone. I feel like everywhere that I go, I run into someone. In fact, I don't remember if I mentioned this before or not, but a couple weeks ago, I think it was when my mom was here. Me and Chris and the kids and my mom all went to the pool up in Saratoga, the Peerless pool, where they have like the water slides and shit. And I was in the pool, so I'm, submerged from the neck down. So all you can see is my head. And I have way more tattoos than I did when this person had met me. But someone swam up to me in the fucking public pool where I think there's like hundreds of people. And she said, we were in Lamaze class together 13 years ago with our children. And I was like, what? How the fuck do you remember me? I don't know. So anyway, and then since then, being a group fitness instructor at I was at in its time, the most popular yoga studio that is in the area, with access to thousands of people over the course of 5 years. And I've just met even more and more and more and more, plus CrossFit, plus, kids, whatever. I'm fucking 40 years old. I know a lot of people now. So anyway, I feel like I run into people all the time, and they'll bring up something that I said in a porch talk, and I'll not remember. I don't remember what I talk about here, what I talk about in real life sometimes, unless it's one that I listen back to more than once, which I listen back to them twice. And then I forget about the entire thing forever. I never go back. But they'll reference something, and I'm like, how do you know that thing? And then they will tell me that they listen. So that's pretty neat. So why am I saying that? Oh, it has nothing to do with what I wanted to talk about. I just wanted to, have that experience today. And I was like, I haven't seen you in a couple years. What are you talking about? Somebody who used to come to my class all the time at the other studio. And, yep, she still pays attention. Okay, what I want to talk about is space. Typically, I feel like if someone says they need space, whether it's you say it or someone else says it, I feel like it's a negative thing. I take it as a too much, right? Or we just need some space. Always negative in my head, whether it's between friends, romantic partners, co-workers, whatever, space, or I feel like I don't have any space. I think of it as a negative thing. I think because space for me is the unknown, and I don't care for that. I've had too many surprise, fuck you, moments in my life where can you just fucking tell me what's going to happen next? Not every detail, but can I get a snapshot 20 years from now? Am I doing the right thing? Help a girl out. The giving of space. But then when I started yoga, I kept hearing the term or the phrase holding space. I had never heard that before, holding it. And I'm like, well, how do you hold space? How do you, in your hands, you're holding, here we are together. And I'm just going to hold the space. So there's something there and it's safe, but there's actually nothing there. I'll just hold it. Whenever you're ready. Whenever you're ready. I can do that when I'm teaching. And because I have a lot of practice with that. Sometimes I can't. Sometimes my own ego or my personality gets in the way and people fucking bother me. But I haven't had well, that's not true. Let's say I did not have that experience today. Yeah, certain things drive me nuts, and I've talked about it before. Like when people don't fucking listen. Why are you coming to me to tell you what to do if you're not gonna fucking listen to me? I don't understand. If you're just gonna do your own fucking thing, why are you coming to me? We've discussed that before. To me, it is a lack of trust. It's a lack of trust and a need for control in the other person. And, perhaps you could see it as my need for control. Like, no, I control the pacing. That's when my ego's in the way. But really, I want to control the pacing because I want you to give up control, not so that I can have it, but so that you get to not have it for a fucking minute or 90, Like, come on. Let me have it. Just let me have it. Okay. Can you exhale? Shavasana, namaste, here's all your shit back. And it's a two-way street for sure. You have to be able to have the ability to give up control to someone else. And the other person has to be able to take control when it's needed. I was talking about this with Ryan because we have similar personalities, and I think Chris and I do too, where we are in control all the time, but we don't actually want to be in control all the time. We want somebody else to be strong enough to take control sometimes, but it's very case by case basis. And he said, well, I think there should, no, I said probably, that was definitely me. I want code words for everything. So I'm like, we don't have to have a whole conversation, but if you say this code word or this phrase, I think this is why people say I love you so often, then I'll know that everything is okay. Or I want this code word to mean, switch. So he said, what about rutabaga? When if I say rutabaga, that means I want to flip the power dynamic, whether it's making a decision on where to go or what to eat, or, when you're traveling with somebody, you have to make decisions. A lot of decisions because you're not at home. And you're spending all day together for a couple of days. There's decisions to be made. And so how you work in that sort of scenario. So yeah, it's like that. With Chris, that's why opposites attract, I guess. But for me, that doesn't work. I don't want someone who's a total beta. Come on. I don't want to be in control all the time, but I also don't want someone who has to be in control all the time and I never get to do it, So that's just the challenge, is finding who takes it when. And sometimes both people want to fucking sit down and have nobody be in charge. And then it's up to somebody to say, all right, it's my turn. I'll hold it. Let me hold it. Give it to me. Give me it. I'm just going to hold the whole thing over here. Whenever you're ready. It is harder to apply in real life. It's harder to apply in real life. Guys, I like teaching yoga. Did you know that? I really like it. It's so it was not surreal. It was just different. So today was my first day teaching Saturday morning at Jai. So I've been teaching this class for 5 years, I think. Maybe 4, I don't know, a long time. And it's the class. It's my fucking favorite class. It better be to be on a Saturday morning, you know what I mean? I'd much rather not fucking go to work on a Saturday. But it typically gets a lot of people, which is my jam. I like a lot of people. But I also want to be left alone constantly. It's a real tug of war. I know, so many people can relate to that. A lot of us are in this kind of industry where we're yeah, people. And then you just get fucking peopled out. I remember experiencing that when Olivia was young, and by the end of the day, like when Ian would come home from work, I would be like, don't touch me, because this thing has been touching me all day. I'm not free to move about the cabin with my arms and my legs and my boobs. This thing has been attached to me, and I love her, but I need to move my arms. Don't fucking touch me. It's like touched out, overstimulated. You get people down. And then you have a little bit of space. And then you come back. That's right, of course. I fucking love being with people. Or this friendship, this relationship, this whatever. It is an enormous compliment to me when people, especially teachers, trust me to lead them, because I know how hard it is. It's so hard to give up in your field. To be a student when you are the teacher, you know? Whether that's like at work, or say you're a chef and you want to go out to dinner. That's probably, maybe that's hard because you are critiquing it the whole time and you can't just let go and have the experience. That's what a lot of yoga teachers are very particular. I'm not sure about coaches yet. Because like, I feel like if you're a good enough coach and you know what you're doing, like someone's bad coaching isn't going to fuck you up. You know, or like if you don't like the way they run class or how they, program things. It's not a big deal. You know, like if you're, oh no, I'm lost in the woods. Space, CrossFit, yoga teachers are picky. We are picky. Because we're trained really specifically. And everybody's different. Everybody's got a different, agenda. A lot of times when you first start, it's about getting approval. Am I doing this right? 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 Okay, it seems like I'm doing this right. People seem to like this. Okay, keep doing that. Yeah, get on that kind of groove. And then life experience starts to come in and make its way into how I speak to people. And just, this is why I'm talking so much. It helps me. Because I think that if I talk it out and share anything that I think I've figured out, then maybe it'll save someone some time or some bad feeling. I would like people to feel better. Or maybe everybody does feel better. Probably not though. I think a lot of people, I'd say most of us, maybe everybody feels like shit. To some extent. At some time in your life. Maybe not all the time. I don't know if you can hear the ruckus. I mean, it's 9:33 on a Saturday. It's not that late. But it's across the street and down 3 houses. Shut the fuck up. But they're probably having a good time down there. And I've never heard anything down there before. But what are you doing? Are you just having a house party? It's adults over there. It's weird. Maybe someone's being murdered. And they want to have the music up really loud so that I can't hear that someone's being murdered. I bet you if Christy was listening to this, she'd be like, yeah, I would think something like that too. Yo, I think that you would. My pretty bird. The thing that's in between you and me and our ability to hold space at the times we can't hold space, the thing that's there taking up the space is ego. It's your ego. It's my ego. for example, in Pigeon at the end of class, I talk my fucking face off on the first leg. Second leg, I try to I said all the things, let them land. Maybe some of them repeat. Maybe it brought something up. Maybe you're off in La La Land. Maybe you're not listening at all. But just holding the container of, we're still doing this thing and I'm still here with you. We are here together. And there's something happening. That sounds nutty. But if you've ever connected with a group of people, whether it's fitness or on a sports team, like one that you're part of, or like probably, what if you're in like some kind, what if you have the same interest, like chess or something? There's a certain euphoria that comes with enjoying a thing together, like the magic of the thing. Yoga to me is pure magic. It's fucking magic. I wish the neighbors would shut up. But see, I'm still human. I don't want to give space. It's a practice. No, I do want to give it in a yoga class. I want to take the weight for other people in class. I fucking love doing that. It's hard to give it up. I have spoken about this before. So yeah, very honored when teachers come to my class. Okay, am I done? Holding and giving space. Oh, real quick. When Olivia was little, so her and Charlotte are 2 years apart, which tomorrow's Charlotte's birthday. She's going to be 11. My youngest baby will be 11 tomorrow. That's weird. They keep getting older. And so do I. Isn't that weird? It's crazy. I feel like I'm in like one of the versions of what's the name of that movie with the Christmases? The Ghosts of Christmas Past, Future, A Christmas Story? I don't fucking know. I feel like I've never even seen it. I feel like I'm watching a version of my life that is happening. I don't know. I want a snack. See you later.